Hey, it's Rachel from the Life Facilitator, and I am doing a setup video today in my B6 Rings planner. And if you haven't, I recently did a flip through of this planner, and it's the video before this one, I believe. And so now I am going to set it up for July using the Cocoa Daisy Wayfarer collection, and I love the colors of this collection, and I love the travel theme of this collection. And even though I'm not a huge northeastern beach lighthouse type of gal, I actually still really liked those elements in this collection. So what I've been doing while I've been blabbling is I am organizing my kits. So I had put all of the kits that I received into that amazing clear package envelope thing, which is new to Cocoa Daisy. It came with my Traveler's Notebook memory keeping kit, and I was able to fit all of my elements for the Wayfarer collection into that, what are we calling it? Pocket? Envelope? Envelope. And so then I was pulling it out, and I do this every time I am setting up or sort of first working with a collection. I go ahead and do everything you just saw, which is trim off the top of packaging so that I can easily slip things out. I pull certain things out of the packaging, like the alpha stickers, those amazing tags, and then the labels that have the blank labels and the quotes. Here I am going through the cards, and I'm picking cards that say July or something month related on it so that I can use them for dividers and my other decorating for this setup. And now that and I also went ahead and stapled all my sticker kits together. It just makes it so that it's not a hot mess on my desk. Here I picked a tag that I wanted to use, and then the papers. So these papers are from the large folded papers are from the classified memory keeping kit, and the other papers are from the Traveler's Notebook memory keeping kit. And so one thing you maybe, if you're a long timer to Cocoa Daisy, a kit I do not receive and didn't need for this setup is the planner kit. I was able to use all of my memory keeping, my Traveler's Notebook memory keeping kit, the planner add-on kit, and then the classified memory keeping kit to do this setup just fine. That's actually what I love about the classified memory keeping kit is you get the planner papers, but then you get the memory keeping embellishments, which I'm a bit more drawn to. Even if I'm setting up a planner, I feel like I want the memory keeping items. And so I am trimming papers down to size. This paper, I really try to center the compass, and to do that, I had to trim a couple times and sort of go back and forth. But this is just the next part of the setup, which is making sure I have the pages the right size. There's nothing worse than making a great divider and then realizing you have the wrong size planner page. And I chose a mix of the beach papers and the sort of travel papers. I wanted to sort of mix them up and use all of them. I'm using all the things. I have a hole puncher, but I have found that when it comes to punching cardstock and doing as many as I can at one time, it helps to just use this hole puncher. This thing is it's just easy to take out, and it doesn't take that much more time to punch individually the different holes. I am making slits in my holes because I do not want to, I want to open my rings as little as possible. I'm back in rings for the first time in what feels like 100 years, and I know I will be tempted, and in fact I did it already multiple times, to pull the rings apart instead of opening the rings from the ring mechanism. And in order to avoid doing that too much, I cut slits in anything that goes in on the rings, so that I'm more likely to just the less I open the rings the better, because I just know myself. I'm just not very not very careful. So first divider actually ends up being a dashboard, and I loved having the little red pop out and as a border to that card. The card came from the planner add-on kit, and this card already has quite a bit of embellishment and illustration on it, so I thought a fun addition would be one of these little gold vellum pieces, and then of course a few enamel dots, because I mean, can you ever have enough enamel dots? I don't think so. I love them, and I love doing planner setups so that I can use these elements in my planner. I don't tend to use them that much in my memory planner, and so it's fun to use them in my regular planner. Next dashboard, I'm going to use this tag, and I know I want to use the tag, and I want to use it with a pocket card, and I want a background to peek out from behind it but not dominate. And so this is the winner. This background is perfect. It looks like I spent a ton of time stamping this fun background, and in fact it just came like that. Yay! Although now after seeing this paper, I definitely kind of want to recreate it somehow with stamps. Anyway, so I will add my dashboard. I'm going to add it a little bit wonky. I just felt like it made sense. I wanted it to look like it was sort of coming off the page. And then I will add a few of these tags to the pocket card, and I'm looking for tags that are a little bit darker in color so that they pop a little bit more against the sort of lighter background. And so I will use that reddish, I don't know what color that is. I think it's red, a red of sorts. And then the like tealish one to go with it. And I stapled it so that I could put part of the tag in front of the pocket card, and then part of the tag embellishment behind. And I was on the struggle bus with my tape, which is, of course, the minute I film, my tape runner goes bananas. Another one of those gold vellum little die cuts. When I saw them originally, I was like, man, I don't know how I'm going to use these, and I have used them all. They are all gone. They're perfect for dashboards, perfect for dividers, and perfect for planner pockets, just like a little something extra. So my second one is done. I'm just moving right along. I gotta say, I basically returned. I wanted to come back to rings because I missed doing like a full-on planner setup, and so this was so fun to just play with all the product and make the dashboards and dividers. And I think my thought was, well, one, I've been wanting to try this size. It seems like kind of the Goldilocks size. It's not too big, it's not too small. I mean, I have always loved B6, and so B6 rings felt like a natural, addition. But I also just really wanted to just do a setup. And so, that's the fun thing about planning is you can always move out of one planner and into another. And as long as their elements of the planning remain the same. So like I have the same sorts of things in my planners, and this B6 rings is no different. And so, it's just a different size, it's just a different format, and super fun. I spent the most time on this divider because I really wanted it to have like a collage-y sort of mixed media feel to it. And so that obviously takes a little bit longer. But I was also having just a blast just thinking about, okay, what about this, what about this stamp, or what about this element? Just it was very fun to work on this dashboard or divider. And what I will mention that I have B6 rings inserts from Cocoa Daisy on their way to me, but they're not here yet. And so once I have the inserts, I will do a second video where I actually talk about this setup and how I plan to use the inserts. I'm very excited about getting the inserts. I've got a lot of ideas. So yep, still just kind of adding a little bit here, a little bit there. Got to add a few enamel dots. And the stamp set I was using earlier, it was the June My Escape stamp set from last year. I gotta say, the My Escape, if you have any left from June 2021, that would definitely work with this collection too. A lot of the theme was similar, but also the colors were very similar as well. So if you have any extras of your June 2021 kits, pull them out and add them to your setups, especially the stamps. Obviously, the stamps can be used anytime. Now I have moved on to the Traveler's Notebook Memory Keeping Kit stamp set, and I am in love with the new format of these stamps. I love the grid, the different grids we will be getting each month, and then I love that it has a month on it. I've been wanting a stamp set that has a month on it because the amount of times I am writing or adding the month to my planner pages, my memory planner pages, all of it, it is so nice to have a month and a month number for my purposes, my creative purposes. So I am making a little like stamp collage, if you will, and I thought about using the Modern Memory Keeping stamp set, but I ultimately put it away. Sometimes you just got to stop while you're ahead. This actually was the dashboard I struggled the most with because I liked the paper so much, and I almost didn't want to do anything to it. Does that ever happen to you where you get a paper and you're like, I absolutely want to use this, but I don't want to like bother it with other embellishments? So this is definitely the one that I spent the most time on, and ultimately will do the very least to, which is I will literally just add a blank label and a few alpha stickers for the month. That will be it, and I will love it so much. Here's a look at the final here's a look at the dividers as they ended up in my planner. I will have a separate video on those page markers. And then the last thing I'm going to do is pockets. Y'all, pockets are the best. And the die cuts that come in this collection are like made for pockets. Like all those little like tickets and banners and tags and all sorts of things. Whew, they were just like, my pockets were just like, come to me. So I am using scrap paper from my dividers to add a little bit of color to the pockets themselves. And I am not particular about this process, basically because these are scraps, and I'm just sort of using them as I can. I do like to fold them to kind of make them sit in the pocket a little bit better. Just that extra fold sort of like pushes them into the pocket, if that makes sense. I'm going to grab a few pocket cards to add to that bigger section. And oh my gosh, y'all, those two pocket cards together, and then this tag, just stop. The tag is from my stash. It is not from the collection. And then let's just stuff a few of these tags and tickets in. Oh yes. I tried to pull tags that I didn't think I was going to use in memory keeping spreads. So one of them was for Barcelona, and and then I don't remember what the other one was. HTF Heathrow, maybe? I don't know. Yep, so just adding little bits here and there. A few of them I actually adhere into the pocket. And man, doing pockets is so fun. And that's it. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!